Welcome back to Primetime News.
And a special welcome once again to our viewers on TVJ International in the Cayman Islands and online at onespotmedia.com. Up
first this evening, a dramatic exchange unfolded at Tuesday's sitting of Parliament Public Accounts Committee as former chairman of the UHWI, Chai Chaong, revealed that he resigned in December 2023 after Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton overruled a board's decision to replace then acting CEO Fitzgerald Mitchell.
Now it comes as the PAC continues to examine an audit report that exposed procurement and governance failures at the hospital.
In his submission ahead of his appearance before the PAC, former chairman of the UHWI, Mr. Chai Chaong, outlined, among other things, long-standing operational problems at the institution. But it was the alleged claim that Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton overruled a decision to replace then-acting CEO Fitzgerald Mitchell, which dominated Tuesday's sitting of the Public Accounts Committee.
It is my understanding, I was not there, I was not present at the meeting itself, but it is my understanding that the minister called a meeting of the hospital senior staff and indicated...
Mr. Chai Chaong, go ahead, please.
Indicated that the previous acting CEO would have taken the position or that his appointment was being renewed.
And finally, members, why did you resign?
Well, I felt that if the board had taken a decision, which is one of the most critical decisions that a board has to make as to the position of the CEO, and if that decision was being overturned, then in essence, the board was being told that it had no power.
However, committee member Xavier Main challenged the former chairman about how he got the information about Dr. Tufton's intention and his decision to step aside as the head of the board.
I want to put it to you, Mr. Chaong, that the minister did no such thing, and that you are upset because the minister described you as being dysfunctional. What do you have to say about that?
Well, I believe the description of dysfunction took place long after I resigned. So in that situation, your assertion that I did so because my board was being described as dysfunctional would not be correct.
Mr. Chai Chaong maintained that under his leadership, the board believed the hospital required transformational leadership and had launched an international search for a permanent CEO. An overseas candidate eventually emerged as the unanimous choice, but the process stalled when the preferred candidate raised concerns about governance conflicts within the institution. The delay led to the board appointing another senior UHWI official to act in the post.
And what was the sum that was paid over to the person?
I cannot recall.
You can't?
No.
But you know it's a she?
Yes.
And you can't recall the money that was paid over to the she?
I do not believe. No, I cannot recall.
And you were a part of the board at that time?
Correct.
And you were the chairman?
That is correct.
You know it's a she, but you don't know the money that was paid over?
I cannot recall the sum.
You know, I came in here this morning and I look at your face and I say, here's an honest man. But then you take all that away from me just now.
I don't think you should go there.
Tuesday's exchange added another layer of concerns about governance arrangements at the UHWI.
With all of these questions, I think I would want us to ask that the minutes, if we can get the minutes.
Of which,
for the questions that we just asked for, especially regarding the employment, because a statement here was made that the board announced the appointment of the new acting CEO and the Minister of Health overturned that board decision. I would want to know the reasoning behind that, because something was put here on paper. Minister is not here to respond, so I think what I would want to see is the minutes for that meeting and what was stated.